All right, we're here with the band Snack Time. We are joined by Nico and Sam from the band. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so
Hmm.
much for having us.
Great to be here.
So, for those who aren't familiar, give us a little bit of background on Snack Time, kind of what your sounds like, and what fans can expect.
Yeah, so Snack Time is a band from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Lots of inspiration from bands like D'Angelo, Prince, Parliament Funkadelic, but all very much inspired by our own individual musical upbringings. So you could expect some rock, some funk, some soul. Nico, how did you put it the other day? How'd you coin it?
I said funk
Well,
and roll with a whole lot of soul.
Yeah. Yeah, so lots of fun music. Yeah, everything you'd want to come to expect for a fun time at a show.
how did you meet? How did you guys get together?
Yeah, so the band started back in 2020 during the COVID pandemic. We were all sort of like freelance musicians at the time, and then the COVID pandemic shut everything down. I had previously started an event before the COVID pandemic called Snack Time, which was highlighting chefs and musicians of Philadelphia that were like lesser known. And it went really well, but then kind of got shut down after everything else got shut down. So later on that year, my friend who I did the event with needed some entertainment for one of her pop-ups. So we started playing little brass band pop-ups outside of the street. And that continued to be every week, which then led into festival bookings and playing corporate events, and then kind of like led into something much bigger than we ever expected it. So the band then started to kind of be less of like a brass band and more of just a band, like what you come to expect. And then later on, we met Nico, who was a fan of the band at first, and we had Nico join the band a couple years after, and it's been great since.
Wow,
Hmm.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
You just played Boston Calling a few months ago. Tell me about that experience and just what it was like.
That experience was amazing. It was the biggest stage I had personally ever been on up until that point. And it was just a wonderful experience. All the crew were so kind and so great. And we were the first act on the main stage for that day. And there were so many people out there. And not only were they present physically, but they were present with us in the zone. We threw our hands up. Everybody was rocking along with us. It was such an amazing experience.
That's awesome. Any good memories from there, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before the interview started, to play the early times of these festivals sometimes can be a little daunting. Like we have at times played early sets at other festivals where maybe there's a lot less people than you'd expect, and it's a little bit disappointing. But this was like to get on stage after, doing our brief sound check and then turning around and there being 5,000 people out there was really magical. Also, we got to hang out with lots of cool people, spend a lot of time together. These festivals can be a little exhausting at times because we make sure that when we go, we are not only coming for our set, but we're also coming because we're going to be sitting with other bands, meeting people, hanging out. So we're doing 3 days of like intense work. So just kind of getting together after all those days and like finding a random dive bar to go eat some, chicken wings at and talk
Yeah.
and talk about the day is a really cool experience. So that was really fun too. Just sort of like getting to decompress and talk with friends is always a really good moment.
You
Mhm.
guys seem to be like a band that plays a lot of festivals. Do you think that your sound just lends itself to that, or what is it about festivals that you like?
So I think what's really cool about our sound is that like while it's changed so many times over the past 5 years, our band has always been about the people, right? So while Snack Time is still kind of on its rise to getting bigger fan bases and all that, regardless of who you are and regardless of what you kind of like, there will be something you will like in the Snack Time set because we make our music for the people. So we are kind of at this point as we are continuing to rise, like the perfect like festival sleeper hit because people don't know who we are and we come and they're like, what the F? That was amazing. So we are really good for festivals, but also we've been able to go on tour with bands like Portugal the Man. We're going on tour with Fits and the Tantrums, and we have worked out a really great set for those as well for just, playing venues, and it's been awesome to do that. We were able to play Red Rocks, we were able to play all these amazing venues and get to rock the big stages, not just like the festival stuff. So it's really cool to be able to explore all those avenues.
Yeah, just to piggyback off of what Sam said, um, as he said earlier, I was a fan of the band for about a few years since like 2022 when I got hip to them through their Tiny Desk submission. And to see them go from a mainly funk-based brass band to now they can do dang near everything under the sun, in my opinion. You know, there's funk being touched, there's hip hop, there's pop, there's soul and everything pretty much in between. Um, there is something for everybody in the set, and it's such a fun musical journey to be a part of on stage now at this juncture in time. Um, to see people's reactions when we go from this super pop song like Sunshine, and then we go to Snack MF Time, and then we dash in some Kendrick Lamar, and everybody's like, "Whoa, we were just over here, now we're over here. This is great," you know. And like Sam said, we definitely are the sleeper hits of these festivals, because nobody really sees us coming. You know, it's a cool little secret weapon.
That's exciting. It's an exciting time for you guys. Um, you're coming to Boston in a few weeks. You're going to play the House of Blues with Fits and the Tantrums. What can fans expect from that show?
Fans of the band who have seen us at Boston Calling, we're gonna be shaking the set up a little bit from that, but we're gonna be coming with the same stuff to expect, a good time to party. We're gonna be playing all of our new songs that have been coming out, like Sunshine, and our new song that just came out called Enough. Yeah, and it's just gonna be the same fun experience you expect with Snack Time, but we're always getting better every time. In my opinion, I think since Boston Calling, we've already gotten, incrementally 10x better at our set since then because every single time we play, we're learning something. We're learning like how the crowd reacts to something. We're learning how this might be better if we come down on dynamic here. And like where we started was so much about the live set. And like where I think we're more focused on now is we're working on our first studio album. Um, and we're so focused on like developing that studio sound, but like Snack Time first and foremost has always been like the live band. Like we are so good at this live thing. So we're like so adaptive to everything we get, not actual feedback about, but we see how people react. So if we're like, oh, they're working with this, we tweak it and change it. So if you saw the set of Boston Calling, imagine a revamped version of that set with some different songs, and you're gonna really like it.
It's tighter. We just crank it and fine tune it till it's good.
Chef's Kiss. So you mentioned your latest song, Enough. Tell me about, the genesis of that and what's next for the band.
Yeah, so Enough was a song that we wrote on the road with our first during our first tour of Portugal the Man, and it's sort of the idea about like it's a very humbling song because like we were in some respects on top of the world. We were getting to play these amazing stages with our good friends, and then you kind of have to like pack the stuff up and do it again, and then like you made me understand like, oh man, I expected this to go this way or this to go this way, and you're kind of just having to always be like, man, the goalpost always moves, right? No matter what you're doing, if you don't allow yourself to accept the victory, you'll never feel it. So Enough is
Mhm.
a song about kind of enjoying the journey versus the destination and just sort of appreciating what you've been able to do. Because if you don't give yourself the grace to enjoy your wins, you'll always be defeated by this like monster of productivity. So that's what the song is about, and we kind of always try to practice that, like remaining humble and wanting to kind of continue to strive to do better, but also being able to pat each other on the back and be like, "Yo, great job. We've always wanted to do this. Good job." Like this year, we played Newport Folk Festival and Roots Picnic, two dreams of all of ours, and the work doesn't stop. Like we were like, well, let's celebrate. Like we like hey, cheers to beer or something, or say good job everybody. But like there's work to be done. Like we went right back to the studio after that, and um, just trying to remember that when you get these benchmarks to enjoy them and don't just blow by them.
hmm
Yeah, no, that's a great outlook on life in general, for sure. Um, Guys, it's been great talking to you. Anything else you want to add?
Hey, check us out. What is it, the 18th?
Yeah.
Yes.
Check us out August 18th at House of Blues. Come say what's up. We'd love to meet all of you. And I will see you at what's the spot called? Ume Wokatare for a bowl of ramen before and after.
Ooh.
All right, Nico and Sam, thanks so much.
Thank you, Seth.